What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse, Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And this video right here, we're gonna be talking about if you have Uranus in Gemini or in the third house. And I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know how to find your Uranus placement, if you're a new subscriber, if you're just starting off your journey of self-love, self-knowledge, self-understanding, if you don't realize why it's so important, why you have to, you must, it's imperative that you look at your birth chart, that you study yourself, that you love yourself, that you understand yourself through astrology and numerology. If nobody put you on, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos, I put the link in the description. You have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you look at your birth chart or your natal chart, it's the same thing, and you realize you have Uranus in Gemini or in the third house, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it poppin', shall we? Now you already know, before I start, I'm gonna give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Uranus and Gemini people look like and act like in reality. Then I'm gonna have a list of celebrities that have Uranus in the third house. So to start, we got Donald Trump, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jimi Hendrix, Bob Marley, Cher, Joe Biden, Steven Spielberg, Sylvester Stallone, Samuel Jackson, and Diana Ross. And now these are the celebrities that have Uranus in the third house. So we got Albert Einstein, Mark Zuckerberg, Michael Jordan, Nelson Mandela, Halsey, Kendrick Lamar, Kevin Hart, Usher, Donald Glover, and Janelle Monáe. All right, so boom, Uranus in Gemini or Uranus in the third house. First of all, what does Uranus mean? What does it represent in your birth chart in astrology? So the planet Uranus represents innovation, represents sudden changes, sudden abruptions to peace. Uranus rules Aquarius, so when you think of Uranus, think of Aquarius energies. It's like very eccentric, very different, very future thinking, very against the grain. Uranus in your chart tells you where you want to go against the grain, where you want to go against conformity, where you want to break the rules, basically, where you feel the most comfortable being most independent by going your own way, basically. So Uranus represents futuristic thinking. Think of Uranus as a lightning bolt. So when the lightning strikes, it happens unsuspectingly, it happens fast, it happens quick, and you feel it, but you don't know when the next one is coming. So it's unsuspected occurrences. You don't know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. It just happens unsuspectedly. So looking at your Uranus placement, it moves every 7 years. So it's a generational planet. So it will not affect you strongly unless it is conjunct with one of your inner planets, like your sun, your moon, your Venus, your Mars. And also looking at your Uranus placement, look at the sign and then look at the house that it's in. Knowing the house that it's in tells you where your Uranus placement, which area in your life you feel the most need to go against the grain. You feel the most need to be eccentric. You feel the most need to go against traditions, basically. You feel the most need to be erratic and sporadic in a way. Looking at what house placement your Uranus is in. So now having Uranus in Gemini or Uranus in the third house, what does that mean? So straight off the bat, already the third house energy, Gemini energy, is all about communication. Third house rules Mercury. So communication, the way you think and the way you speak to people and communicate with people, with the masses and all that. So having Uranus here, straight off the bat, makes you more of the type that the way you communicate can come off to people as you're extremely different and eccentric and quirky and weird to people when you're speaking to them. Your ideas are so innovative and so futuristic thinking and so out of this world that to the regular person, they look at you and that's why they say like, yo, that person is very weird, or that person is very different. That person is very in their own little mental space. So having this placement, understand that the way that y'all think in a very Uranian way. Uranus energy, Uranian way is innovation, is futuristic thinking. Uranus also rules astrology, so things of the future like the new age thinking, astrology, things like this that is really out of this world, that's really futuristic thinking, that's really not traditional and mundane, like everyday people, everyday thing, everyday conversations. That is what you having Uranus in the third house, having Uranus Gemini, would like to talk about. When you're speaking to people, it will come off in an unconventional way. Understand that y'all are really intelligent, but at the same time, when you're speaking to normal people, it could come off like you kind of are more smarter than you. So I know what I say is right. So I'm just automatically right no matter what. You have a way of speaking to people and kind of disrupting the peace. Like if everybody's in a room talking about a certain subject, Uranus in the third house person will come in and like just change the subject or talk about something completely different, completely eccentric against the whole norm of the conversation in a way. And now an example of this is Michael Jordan has Uranus in the third house. And if y'all seen that Last Dance documentary on ESPN, which is probably like the best basketball documentary I've ever seen. But anyway, y'all can actually see how like Michael Jordan, his Uranus in the third house comes out when he's like dealing with people and talking to people. Like the whole room could be like chilling, and then Michael Jordan would come in and he start talking smack. He would just start disrupting the peace. He would just start talking shit basically. Like Michael Jordan really has a reputation for not being liked because he's always kind of ruffling the feathers, shaking things up through what he says and his mentality. But then you see how genius he was, you see how he was on the court, you see how futuristic thinking he was, like you see the genius part of it, then you see the disruptive, you see the unconventional, you see the ruffle the feathers part of it too. So keep in mind that even though your mind is so in the future, your mind is so in that Uranian kind of energy, in a normal everyday life to normal people, you can come off as you're always trying to break the norm. You're always trying to break like the peace basically by just saying things that's very different and erratic. Like sometimes when y'all say things, because Uranus just moves like quickly and just does things unsuspectingly. So your mind can get ideas unsuspectingly. Your mind can get words and you can say things unsuspectingly. Y'all just come off as like, you never know what you're gonna hear dealing with a Uranus in third house person. But a plus to this, and for me, I have a lot of Aquarius energy in my chart. Uranus in third house people, Uranus Gemini people are funny as hell to me, especially the way that y'all have like, the way that y'all humor is so funny to me because y'all could say the most craziest things, the most like weirdest thing and have a straight face. So it's like you were really serious about what you said, and what you said was just so different, was so Uranian, was just so against the grain, was just so out there. It's like the words y'all say, the things y'all say, the way that y'all think is just so different. That's what personally I mess with a lot with these kind of people. So keep in mind though that people around y'all will not really be on your level mentally a lot. You will feel like, why am I the only person that thinks like this? Why am I the only person that sees things in the way like I see it? Because Uranus is Aquarius energy. It sees a broader picture of things. So y'all not really into the small details of things, but y'all can see the bigger picture of everything, of humanity, of the society, of things. So your mind is like really into the bigger picture of things. So it's like, how can I see things so clearly like this? How can I see so clear in the future? How can I make these grand ideas and all that? And the people around me are not really on that level. So understand that your mind is really out there in a futuristic, innovative way. You could also put yourself in situations of humanitarianism. Your mind is going to always think about ways to help humanity as a whole. Humanitarianism, future thinking, creating and inventing ideas. So understand that your mind is powerful. But to the everyday people, to everyday life, you can come off as very eccentric, very weird, your own different type person, your own against the grain type person. Now, third house, having third house Uranus can also pertain that y'all can probably not like school like that, especially early on. You could be really smart in math and science and all that. But because school is like traditional learning, it's like they kind of tell you what you gotta learn. They kind of teach you things that are kind of fake, like the history classes and all that. So it's kind of like really traditional and conforming. Because of that, Uranus and third house people could really have a bad relationship with school. So they might seem like they're dumb because their grades are not good in school, but y'all like teaching yourself things. You like studying things for yourself. And when you learn something for yourself, y'all grasp like the knowledge for real. Aquarius energy, Uranus energy is all about knowledge. Y'all grasp the knowledge and whatever you're learning. So y'all could really take something, learn something, break it apart, see the broader picture, see the future thinking of it, see the innovation of it, and actually be able to explain it and break it down to people around you. So don't think that because your school grades aren't good, that you're not a smart person. You're the type that needs to teach yourself things, that needs to be self-taught. Uranus likes to be free, likes to be likes to have his own freedom, likes to be abundant in the way of doing its own thing. So when you're forced to do something, forced to learn something, forced to study something, y'all feel uncomfortable. But when you have the freedom to actually study and read what you want to read, that's what gives y'all a sense of fulfillment. Understand that Gemini energy, third house energy, already likes to put its hands in different baskets. So adding Uranus here makes y'all to the max, not really, makes it hard for y'all to focus on one thing to the max, because already Gemini wants to do a lot of things. Uranus here wants to be free. Uranus is very unsuspecting, very here, there. So understand that for y'all to have the patience to actually study something and to learn one thing for a long time can be difficult. It could be like you learn something and you actually you grasped it, and then something else will catch your attention, and all of a sudden abruptly out of nowhere y'all will switch your mindset, switch your opinions, switch your mental thinking to another subject. It's like y'all could really switch subjects or switch different mental categories really easily, because Uranus doesn't like to do the same thing, likes to be different, and Gemini third house energy already likes to move fast and be different and eccentric. So keep in mind that sporadic thoughts, the sporadic moments of doing things without truly thinking through about it, because y'all just like to come off as like, this is what I'm thinking, so this is what I'm gonna say. So it's like y'all kind of in a group of people, y'all the type to actually say things that everybody's like, did she really say that? Did he really say that? It's like y'all have this way of, I want to express myself. I want to be free. Uranus is all about freedom seeking. I want to be free to express my thoughts, to express what I think. Third house Gemini energy. So when y'all free doing this stuff, understand that to the outside world, they look at y'all like, yo, why are you saying that? Are you serious? But me personally, understand that I really mess with y'all heavy, because y'all have tremendous way of thinking about things completely different from the norm. Anything that is different from the norm is what is really attractive to Aquarius energy, to Uranian type energy. Like I said, y'all the funniest people to me, because like, look, Kevin Hart has his placement. Donald Glover too, he's low-key slept on for being a funny comedian, but he is hilarious because of the way that y'all think and what y'all say. Y'all just say things that people will be afraid to say, but it's like, nah, I want to have freedom of speech to say what I think, to do what I want. So y'all just say things so different and innovatively. So keep in mind, all in all, that you're future thinking. You don't come off too much as I'm more smarter than you, so I'm always right. Understand that in conversations, you can kind of come off as this person really doesn't listen because they're always trying to tell me something, trying to teach me something. Also be careful when you're driving short distances, because remember, third house is short distances. Uranus here makes things unsuspecting occurrences. So be careful when you're driving that unsuspecting occurrences don't happen when you're driving in short distances. Also, your siblings, you could have like some unsuspecting departures from your siblings, or you can have a weird relationship with your siblings dynamic. But all in all though, y'all are smart people. Y'all are innovative thinkers. So use these ideas for yourself. Use this way of communicating with people, communicating with the masses. Use technology. Use the internet to actually, y'all the type to probably already be the type to always want to express your thoughts on social media, to create groups and communities on social media. Look at Mark Zuckerberg, created Facebook, internet. Use his way of innovation to create something for your future that we most likely all use anyway right now, to communicate with each other online. So y'all the type to actually use technology, use innovation to actually help humanity and to communicate with the masses. Communication, third house Gemini energy. Putting Uranus here, it's like technology, future thinking, innovation, astrology, new age, things that is futuristic, things that is innovation. So invent something, create something, love how you are and love how you think that is different and eccentric. Express yourself in a different eccentric way. But keep in mind how people will look at you. Keep in mind how people will perceive you. So understand that you're not coming off as too smart or as too egotistical with your mind, because we know that you're already smart. Don't become too egotistical with the way y'all think. So that was my video on Uranus in the third house, or Uranus in Gemini. I hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is going to be Uranus in Cancer. You already know I'm about to go in. If you have subscribed to my channel, you already know. I appreciate all of y'all, for real. But if you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and handle it one time for your boy. Don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy, Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'ma see all y'all when I see y'all.